Now from Delhi we have Jayanti Natrajan of the Congress Party. Senior journalist Swapan Dasgupta is with us. Harish Salve, former Solicitor General. 3 points of view, and we'll also have Soli Sorabji at some point. A first question to you, Jayanti. You know, legally you are in the wrong, aren't you? Legally, the law minister has no business accusing the Chief Election Commissioner of being petty. I mean, the Chief Election Commissioner is a constitutional body. He has the right to have an opinion. Because he's had that opinion, to call him petty, do you think he's gone too far today? Bhardwaj.
No, I don't. First of all, I don't think that the government or the opinion of the Indian National Congress is legally wrong. I think legally what the Supreme Court has laid down in various cases is to us very clear that he cannot suo moto, the Chief Election Commissioner cannot suo moto take action as he has done. It is for the appointing authority, namely the President, to also remove, and what the court says to the contrary is that he can be removed only after consulting the Chief Election Commissioner. However, the timing and the convergence of views between the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Chief Election Commissioner make his actions very suspect. But secondly, he has actually destroyed the Election Commission from within. He has destroyed the credibility of the Election Commission from within because of the suspect timing. If he thought Mr. Chawla was a danger to the Election Commission, he should have moved long ago against Mr. Chawla. So the entire country, in fact, has taken a very dim view of the Chief Election Commission.
Now there is Jayanti, while you have your point there, legally I'm not sure of your position, because I am quoting 16 June 1949, B.R. Ambedkar's speech in the Constituent Assembly. I'd like to bring that to your attention, where he says, this Ambedkar, this is not me or someone else, it's Ambedkar who says that with regard to other commissioners, the provision is that while the power is left with the President to remove them, that power subjected to a very important limitation, that is, in the matter of the removal of other commissioners, the President can only act on the recommendation of the Chief Election Commissioner. This is what Ambedkar said. So the President can't do anything on her own in this case, nor can the government tell the President to reject what the CEC does. That's what Ambedkar said. Swapan?
Well, I think, Arnab, I would also point out that never mind what the Constituent Assembly speeches were, the fact is that Article 324(5) of the Constitution says in purely black and white terms that any other election commissioner or a regional commissioner shall not be removed from office except on the recommendation of the Chief Election Commissioner. So I think, therefore, it's quite clear that when it comes to the removal of election commissioners, an individual election commissioner, it's not the election commission, but the CEC whose voice is more.
Okay, explain this.
That is quite explicitly stated.
Okay, explain this, Mr. Dasgupta. Suppose there's a legal part of it and there is an obvious part of it. The obvious part of it is, and I think our viewers will remember that the first report on Naveen Chawla was done by Times Now that goes back almost 2 years and 10 months. What was Gopalaswamy doing all this while, Mr. Dasgupta? And does his delay, can't anyone read motive into his delay, that here's a man 2-3 months before retirement, he takes a decision that is blatantly pro-BJP. Blatantly pro-BJP.
Well, or no, I think you have a right to ask that question. The question is, does the Chief Election Commissioner act on the basis of a media report or various media reports at that time pointing out that this man, Naveen Chawla, is a highly contentious man? Or does he act on the petition submitted by 200 MPs for which Mr. Chawla is allowed the right of reply? It's only after that right of reply was received by him in January that he appears to have acted. So the word suo moto, I think, is wrong in this case. It's a bit misplaced, because he was acting on the strength of a petition and after receiving the reply of Mr. Chawla. I think it is fair at this juncture, given the controversy which has surrounded this issue, that the government should make the entire communication, the correspondence of the CEC with the President of India public. I think it's the right of the people to know what exactly are the doubts in the minds of the CEC about his colleague.
a right to know. And the simplest question, we can go into the legalese. There's a TN Session case as well. The basic question, and that's where, let me bring Harish Salve into this. Basic question, Mr. Salve, is never before in the history of this country have you had politics insinuated upon an election commission. Now what essentially people are saying, Gopalaswamy is a BJP man, Naveen Chawla is a congressman. It's not about the legalese anymore, is it? Mr. Salve?
We have you're absolutely right, Arnab, and I'm sorry to say both the political parties are acting with complete lack of restraint. We are discrediting yet another institution, and I think both of them should have waited. Two important things have happened, Arnab. There are issues being raised about timing, and that is the principal allegation leveled. I think it is imperative that we now know, the citizens of India know why it was timed this way. If it was because he was following a process of law, then his timing is justified. If it wasn't, then a certain other conclusions will follow. Secondly, and more important, I believe in the principle that sunlight is the best disinfectant. Let's read his report. If it is based on subjective factors, then coupled with the timing, it may lead to one conclusion. But if it is based on objective, concrete facts or based on certain objective material, then the report will speak for itself.